ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning WBO Oriental, Global, and Intercontinental Cruiserweight Champion, David the Great White Light. Official weight, 14 stone, 2 pounds, 5 ounces for the Great White, David Light. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the champion making his return to Sky Sports from Hackney, London, England. He stands 6 feet, 5 inches tall with a perfect, undefeated record of 18 victories, no defeats, with 14 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Here's the former British, Commonwealth, European, and WBA Continental Cruiserweight Champion, and the current reigning, defending WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Lawrence the Sauce Okolie. Official weight, 14 stone, 4 pounds for the Sauce, Lawrence Okolie.
Johnny, the battle of the unbeatens in this one, and Lawrence Okolie is putting his WBO crown on the line. And what do you think it's going to come down to? David Light, though, he's not short on confidence going into this one.
We've got 2 confident fighters, 2 unbeaten fighters. One of them's a champion and wants to stay champion, has ambitions to step up to the bigger guys. He knows he's getting in there with a fighter that probably has never felt his power before. So it's a case of getting the job done and trying to do the things that he's worked on with his trainer and putting him into action. I think this is all about a building block for Lawrence Okolie to think, right, I've got to see what I'm doing wrong and what I'm doing right. And I think Light is just in the way. Light wants to try and shock and surprise everybody, but I know Matthew said, his coach said, the matchmaker said, keep an eye on him, but I just can't see him putting a dent in Lawrence.
I think it's fair to say in the past, Lawrence Okolie, he's sort of been criticised for, he's not that pretty to watch, or hasn't been that pretty to watch.
He's like a baby giraffe trying to find his legs.
Right, but it is effective.
Yeah, it's effective. And remember, they said that about Tyson Fury at the beginning of his career. And then all of a sudden, I see that. Now Tyson Fury starting to find his form, starting to find his rhythm and his smooth. Lawrence Okolie will be the same. The criticism he gets, I got, so I understand where they're coming from. I understand the frustration, but he's got to do it at his pace. And when he comes, he'll be unbeatable if he does it right.
What do you want to see from Lawrence tomorrow night?
A devastating knockout performance. You know, he needs to make a statement. He's been inactive.
Does he need to do that, do you think?
Well, look, if he doesn't, his career's still, as long as he wins, that's not the important thing. His career will still progress.
I mean, in terms of we haven't seen him in the ring for a year.
To ignite the fire and get people excited and talking, then he needs a devastating win, yeah. And I think he'll get it. You know, LCS that was saying don't sleep on David Light, but he's obviously a competent fighter, but I don't think he's mixed at the same level as what Okolie has and what Okolie is, not just mixed at that level, but won at that level.
You can't afford to look past David Light, though, that is for sure. We have seen some almighty banana skins, haven't we, in our time?
You know what? Usually when fighters look past one opponent, they get turned over by the one that stood in front of them. So, of course, and that's the professionalism that you need to be showing at this stage, especially as a world champion. And if Lawrence makes those kind of mistakes, then you know what? He shouldn't have been there in the first place. So I don't expect him to underestimate Light. I don't expect him to think it's a walk in the park. I do expect him to respect the O that's on Light's record.
We definitely have the lion's share of the domestic cruiserweight division, don't we, here at Sky and Boxer? And I imagine there'll be a fair few eyeballs watching this one tomorrow night, won't there?
Listen, I can see eventually here in the UK, we could have a champion that holds two or three of the belts, because this is where the fighters want to be. This is where the top fighters are, so why not?
All right, let's hear from David Light. He's with Andy.
David, thanks for joining us. Not going to keep you long. All of your media commitments are complete now. All the talking stops. You've done your final face-to-face. How do you feel?
Yeah, good. Keen to have a feed, have a sleep, and then go get that belt.
You seem like a fairly laid-back sort of character. How are the nerves? It's a big show. It's a big event. Have you sort of taken any of that in, or are you just tunnel vision? You've got a close team around you, and you're just focused on the job ahead.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you get in the ring, and it's all the same. You know, you get in there, and you just do what you have to do.
It is a long way to travel, though. How have you prepared? How have you made the weight now? A lot of boxers always say it's the hard bit. Now you've done it. You made it okay?
Yeah, it feels like how it's felt the last 3 fights, which have been, you know, I've been going strength to strength, so I feel fitter, I feel the best I've ever been. You know, whatever happens, I'm giving it my best.
You've got that underdog mentality. You say that you've always got that. Even if you were the favourite, you would have that underdog mentality.
Yeah, exactly. I hope I never lose that. You know, you got to have the hunger for it, and that's what I got. That's what I'm bringing.
Would you be brave enough to give a prediction, or is it win at all costs? It doesn't matter if it's points or knockout.
Yeah, I'll go with the latter there.
Good luck. Thanks for joining us. Let's bring the champion in, Lawrence Okolie. Lawrence, 14-4, so on the money. So much has been made about your big frame, and eventually your future lies at heavyweight, but you're still making that cruiserweight limit without any trouble.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel good. Happy to make the weight, and we push on to tomorrow.
We are body language experts, obviously, and we always read into the head-to-heads, but you've always been the same. You don't like to do a long, drawn-out head-to-head. You do it for the photos, and then you look away. Nothing to read into that?
Yeah, nothing to read into it. Tomorrow, he's going to get to feel it, so there's nothing that we're going to learn up there.
Can you just let us into your mentality? It's been a long time out the ring. It's been a long, drawn-out build-up. You've been away with Sugar Hill. You're back now, and presumably you want to make a statement. What is that statement?
Just to show boxing, you know. There's a lot of talk of my punching power and all this stuff. I'm going to show I'm on a different level to all of these basic guys.
There is an elite mentality at the top level as well. It's our job to talk about the next fight and all the big fights that could come, but that's usually when things come unstuck. Have you made sure that behind closed doors you're not looking past David Light?
Yeah, like I said, I put in a great camp because I'm a professional. And at the end of the day, we're happy David Light came, but he could have pulled out and someone else could have got in. So you have to train hard for anything that comes.
Just focusing on yourself?
Yeah, that's it.
Would you give us a final prediction?
Mid-round stoppage.
Good luck.
Thank you.